Okay, y'all, we got an astrology video. It's Chinese astrology again, right? I'm back to that. So it's about the month pillar again, right? So your month pillar has to do with, or it's like, suggested and um, known that your month pillar affects you strongly during the ages of 17 to 32, because that's a time of like growth and learning and that kind of thing, right? And like when you're growing and learning, you're in those years from 17 to 32, right? You're leaving your parents. You have your relationship with your parents and your siblings, right? That's already built, right? So you know how you operate with them, and that has to do with the month pillar as well, right? Relationship with your parents and your siblings, and not just them, but other people who would come in during your early adult years, and then also train you, mentor you in whatever kind of things you're trying to go into, career wise, you know, just the best type of people who give you advice. They have that type of animal quality. So for me, or for example, we'll say you have the month pillar in the dragon. So you have people, or the best kind of mentors would be those types of people who have dragon energy. You know, people who take on that type of career path as well. Whatever dragons do for a career. I've already made the video about the dragons. What best career they is best for you, dragons. So you can look at that, and if you have it in your month pillar, you should look at it too. Um, we then also know that the month pillar has to deal with when you were born seasonally. That's the pillar that does that, right? It's not the day, it's not the hour, it's not the year, it's the month. So if you were born, say, in the month of the rat, if you were born the month of the rat, you would have been born in December. December. The December month is the rat month. And then that's also a winter month in Chinese culture. Chinese astrology, it's symbolized as a winter month. And I said in another video about the transition periods. There's 4 transition periods. The 4 animals who are that. I'll go over it real quick with you. So when it's January, that's actually a transition period in Chinese astrology. It relates to the seasons and months, right? So January is a transition from winter to spring, and that is the animal that represents that month is the ox. All right, and that's a yin animal, by the way. Yin energy, just know that's like introverted energy, right? Internalized. So then we go to the next 2 animals, which are tiger and rabbit. These animals represent the spring. So if you're born in February or March, that is a spring type element or spring type um, animal. You have spring like qualities, right? That's the month. It's not winter, it's spring. And then it transitions again. This animal is the dragon that transitions. The transition period is represented by the dragon, and that's April, transitioning from spring into summer. And that leads into summer uh, um, animals, right? Summer animals being the snake and the horse. The snake and the horse are the summer animals. Um, and then we go to another transition period, and that is the sheep or the goat, transitioning from summer to autumn. And then the 2 autumn animals would be the monkey and the rooster, right? Monkey and rooster for the autumn season. And they have, um, now it'd be August and September, all right? The last transition period from autumn to winter is ruled by the dog, and that's an earthly element. The earth is attached to the dog, right? Because it's the transition. Earth is the element of transition, right? Now your month pillar might not be Earth. Like you might not be born the month of the Earth dog per se, but the fixed element on it is Earth. So we then go into the two winter elements, which I said before, um, is the pig and the rat. And the pig is November month, and then the rat is December months. So month pillar, understand this, has to do with the years of early adult life, 17 to 32. That's a growing period. That's what they call it, the seedling period, right? Where you're sprouting up and you're growing. You're trying to take in as much information as you can, learn from, your mentors and, you know, family and other things, right? They feed you, grow you. And then sometimes, depending on, your situation, sometimes you don't have a good relationship with your um, parents, but you still have people out there in the world that can help you, grow as a person. Don't ever stop, right? And if you're living life and you have that kind of mindset, then you can find the right people, but you got to look to the what type of animal that is, and then find those type of traits and, your mentor, and you'll be good. And then that also deals with your career path, right? What type of career, what kind of things you need out of a career to be successful, right? And that's basically what the month pill is about when it's all said and done, man. So be cool, call on the corner, and let me know if you want a reading in the comments. Um, and I'll have more videos out today as well.